This is from 1978.
Whenever I call you friend, I begin to think I understand anything we are. You and I have always been. Ever and ever, I see myself within your eyes, and that's all I need to show me why everything I do always takes me home to you. Ever and ever.
Then it goes.
Now I know my life is giving me more than memories. Day by day, we will see, and every reason to carry on.
That's not the words.
Sweet love showing us a heavenly light. Never seen such a beautiful sight. Sweet love flowing almost every night. I know forever we'll be doing it. Sweet love showing us a heavenly light. I never seen such a beautiful sight. Sweet love flowing almost every night. I know forever we'll be doing it right.
This is another one of these songs I grew up with, but you don't know until you try playing it. This song is super complicated. I mean, I want to show you guys the difference between a pop song or a pop rock song from 1978 versus the 4-chord pop songs of today. Not to take away anything from Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran. They're awesome. I love them. But this song, I counted, there's 24 chord changes in the first verse alone. Then he starts the second verse on different chords on the C instead of a G and comes down with totally different chords on the second verse. Then halfway through the song, they do a chord change, a half step up, and they do completely different chords through a third pre-chorus and chorus. I didn't even count all of them, but there's got to be 35 different chords in the whole song, like distinct different chords. She called him Slave Driver Loggins when they were recording this because he knew what she could do, and I guess he was pushing her. She just wanted to have fun on it, and he was just like, no, we got to do this. And, she's cranking it out, but he's like blasting her going, we got to get this right. I guess he was really tough to work with. Let's go to an overhead, and I'll show you guys exactly how to play Whenever I Call You Friend by Kenny Loggins and Stevie Nicks. Okay, here we go. So I want to correct myself. I said the song changes chord halfway through. It changes key, I meant to say. It goes from the G, and it changes one half step up, but we'll get to that. I'll show you that. So this is a great song. I'll show you the song. I'll break it down for you in 3 different parts, basically. There's the intro and the verse chords. Whenever I call you friend, I begin to think I understand anything we are. Just to warn you guys, there's a lot of chords in this song. So that's that's part 1. Then the pre-chorus when they get to the D and they go.
Now I know my life is giving me more than memories. Day by day, we will see.
And then that whole pre-chorus, and then the third part is the chorus when they go.
Sweet love showing us a heavenly light. Never seen such a beautiful sight.
And that whole part. So, and then there's actually part 4, which we'll get to. The second verse starts out on the C instead of the G, and it does completely different chords. So I'm just going to warn you guys, this is a busy song. So this song is literally, it's definitely the most complicated one I've ever had to figure out and play by ear, but it's almost like learning one song for the price of 5. It's very complicated, very complex, I should say. It's not complicated chords, it's just a lot to remember. So here we go. So that part 4, that there's actually part 4. So there's 4 parts to the song, but we'll get to that second verse chords. So here we go. So the first part is the intro and the first verse, and it starts out on a G, and of course before they start singing it goes they hum it, and they kind of go through that whole thing, and then it comes back to the G, and they start singing Whenever I Call You Friend. So I'm not going to do the intro, it's the same chords. So basically, here we go. So it starts on a G. Whenever I call you friend, I begin to think I understand everything we are. Forever and ever chords are a G, whenever a D over F sharp, D is in dog, over F sharp, a B minor 7, which you're staying on the D on the, a B minor 7 is basically a D over a B bass. So I'm just on a D up here. So it's whenever I call, B minor 7, you friend, E minor, I begin to think, that's a D minor, that's a G, stand, that's a C, anything we are, that's a G over B. And then they come up to the E minor, E flat minor, and the E minor, A minor, D. You got that? So again, it's a complicated song. So once again, it's a G, D over F sharp, B minor 7, E minor, I begin, D minor, G, C, anything we are, G over B, you and I have, E flat minor, E minor, you and I have always been, that's an A minor, forever and that's a D. So then it goes a second time around, I think about the time. And then they kind of go, and then setting up for the pre-chorus. So once they get to the D on the second time around, now I know my life is giving me more than memories. Okay, that's the pre-chorus. So just to finish up part one, we already went through the chords twice. So basically, it's the G, D over F sharp, B minor, and it comes all the way down. And then when it gets to the A minor, it goes to the D, and then it goes bow, 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 bow. And then it goes to the E. Now I know my love is F sharp chord over an E bass, and then it's a B over D sharp. So here we go. So we're done with part one. So the pre-chorus chords are, let me just do it first, and then I'll talk you through it. So the pre-chorus after that D goes, now I know my love is giving me more than memories, day by day. And then we can see. I got reason to carry on. Sweet love showed us a heavenly light. So that's, now we're into the chorus. So that part two, the pre-chorus chords are an E. Now I know my life is giving me. That's an F sharp, but you're staying on the E bass, giving me more than memories. Now you're lowering one half step to the D sharp. It's a B chord over a D sharp. Memories, and then day by. So you're staying on the D sharp or E flat, and you're going F sharp chord, E flat minor over the E flat, which obviously day by day, A flat minor, and then we can see is a B flat minor, E flat, F minor. Now I know it's carry on. G, and then that's right before the sweet love showed us a heavenly light. Never seen such a beautiful sight. So that's, we're into the chorus now. That's part three. Once again, I'll go through it slow. The pre-chorus chords are after the verse. Now I know my life. E, F sharp over E. Memories, B over E flat. Day by day, F sharp over E flat, E flat minor, A flat minor, and then we can see is a B flat minor, E flat, F minor. Now a reason to carry, and it goes to the F sus4, and then E flat. And the bass does a, and then that's a G. So that's it. That's the pre-chorus chords. Then the chorus is sweet love showed us a heavenly light. Never seen such a beautiful sight. Sweet love messing around. It's really just to keep it simple. It's an F chord, a C over E, a D minor 7, which is an F over a D anyway. So I'm back to the, you're just flopping. To make it simple, I just do F, C, F, C for those chords. So the bass is going. Never seen such a beautiful sight. And then you're just going. What a heavenly light. Never seen such a beautiful sight. So you're going F, C, F, C. So those actual chords are F, C over E, D minor 7, which is an F over a D, and then a regular C. So that's all it's doing. The chorus is probably the simplest part of the song. There's only 4 chords. Sweet love shone as a heavenly light. Never seen such a beautiful sight. And you can do it any way you want. I was just showing you. You don't have to do F, C, F, C right there. You could do F, C, F, C, and go up, or you could do F, C, F, C. As long as it's an F and a C and an F and a C, you're flopping back and forth. But that's when you guys get comfortable with the piano, and you could just mess. Just to keep it simple. That's it. What makes those chords different is the bass. So now you're making an F. That's an F. And then the second one is a C, but it's a C over E. That's a C. That's a C over E. And then you're back to the F on the third chord, but it's over a D bass, which makes it a D minor 7. Because technically a D minor 7 is... That's a D minor 7. So you can see the D bass, that's a regular F chord above a D bass. So that's a D minor 7. So that's a D minor 7, and that's a C. So just to review real quick, the chorus chords are F, C over E, D minor 7, which is an F over a D, and then C. Now after all that, I thought originally it goes back to the G and starts the second verse. Whenever I call you, it does the same chords. It doesn't. It starts on a C, and it works down from a C chord with totally different chords than the G. The song is torturous. It really is. I mean, it's very complicated as far as chord structure. They're not hard to play. There's so many chords and changes throughout the song. The chords on the second verse are whenever a C, G over B, E minor 7, A minor, G, C, F, C over E, A minor, D, G. And then the second time around it goes C, and think about the G over B, same thing, E minor 7, A minor, G, C, F, C over E, A minor, and then when he gets to the D, he still comes to the G to finish up, but they go, I wanna call you friend, and then they start they get right into the sweet love shone us a heavenly light. So it does the chorus, but it skips that pre-chorus. It skips that. Now I know my love is given. It skips that whole thing. So from that G, just like in the first verse, it still goes from the G and then to the chorus, F, C over E, D minor 7, C, but it just does it differently. So, okay, you ready for this? Here's where it changes once again. Now, the chorus is the same. The sweet love shone us a heavenly light. Never seen such a beautiful... So it does that, and then on the second line, it does same thing. And now instead of, when it comes to the F, C over E, it goes, I'll know forever we'll be doing it. And that goes up to the A flat, and the whole song changes key 1/2 step up, a +1, but the song's already torturous enough. I'm not going to torture you guys with even more chords because they're completely different chords. They work up, they do the same is the first verse in the intro and the pre-chorus and everything, but everything is 1/2 step up. So I'm not going to show you an A flat and then it's easier just to transpose the piano +1 and start the third instrumental, which is the first verse chords. It's just they're singing a half step up. The instrumental is going. It sounds like that 70s music. And then the same thing, pre-chorus, same thing as the. I'm not going to do them again. I'll just. Now I know my life is giving me more than. They're just singing a half step up. And then we will see. And then they just do that till fade out. So he's going. You're the glowing light in my life, so bright in my life. You're the glowing light in my life. And then it basically just does that till fade out. Now it ended on the C. There it is, guys. Whenever I Call You Friend by Kenny Loggins and Stevie Nicks. You guys have a great day. It's Labor Day right now, and I'm going to go get some food. You guys have a great rest of your weekend, your Labor Day weekend, and we'll see you all in the next one.